So I'm the Lice Lady. I drive around in a Volkswagen Beetle Bug, all decked out. I even have an anatomically correct, oversized, stuffed lice on the top. Yep, you can see me on the highways, scratching my head, because I have nothing to worry about. So I drive up to your house. Oh gosh, no, that would be so embarrassing, wouldn't it? I park 3 doors away from your house. That's not too conspicuous, is it? No. So I go knock on your door. Lice Lady's here. Did you catch my last name, actually? Mrs. HARE, the Lice Lady, with the 8 children. It's like a rabbit and a bug picker. Oh yeah. And my name tag said crazy. They got it right. So I knock on the door. Sure enough, it happens all the time. Here's Mom. It's all my fault. I'm the most disgusting housekeeper in the world. I'm a terrible mother. Oh my gosh, I can't believe this is happening to my house. There's garbage bags all over the place. I think the MS donation truck is hitting the jackpot today with all their stuff in bags because you've got to keep it secluded. Mom, it's not your fault. Your house is beautiful. Your kids are great. You're an awesome mom. Thanks for calling me in to help. I love it. So we get started on Mom, and after that comes the kids. I love kids, obviously. I have 8 of them. And I have a real soft spot for kids, so I think kids are great. So my first question always is to a child, so what are you a superhero of? What's your superpowers? I'm the Lice Lady. Who are you? Well, sometimes kids, they don't answer right away. They don't know. Shocks me. Adults have a harder time. They usually pause more. But kids usually, oh, I know I'm a superhero. I'm an artist, or I do this, or I do that. I love kids. They're great. So we get the whole house sorted out. Mom's like in tears. Oh my gosh, Lice Lady, thank you for coming. How can I ever thank you? So of course my answer is, well, spread the love. Keeps me in business. So my next call, I go pick up my crew, and we're off to a school. We're the knit nurses at the school. Those ladies that tickle your hair, sometimes men. They love us there. Oh my gosh. Does anybody know what lice is in French? We work in a lot of French schools. Anybody? You know it? Les petits poux, that's right. So all the kids kept coming in to the classroom, les poux, les poux, les poux. Well, this one school set us up in their like oversized utility bathroom. We thought we were on a practical joke show. Nope, it wasn't les poux, it's les petits poux dans les cheveux. Oui, oui, oui. Oh my gosh, there's nothing like showing kids and educating them about bugs. They love it. Close-up pictures of the teeth, of the breathing system down their bodies, of their hairy bodies. Anybody scratching yet? Oh my God. I could never talk about work at my mother's dinner table. She vomited. So we're at the school. I'm hoping for a big outbreak. I love being in the neighborhood. I love being like part of families. I get to spend like hours sometimes. Most moms are panicking. But sometimes you get the average family that's like totally chill. There's like the guitar player, lawyer dude who's like gonna play for you while you do the lice picking. And then they sit you down at their table and order Thai food and like, hello, this is awesome. Sometimes it's not so awesome. So my next call that day, and by the way, my phone rings 24/7. It's not uncommon for my phone to be ringing at 2 a.m. Help! Help! I found a bug! It's okay, ma'am. I'll be there in the morning. No problem. Got it all figured out. So my next call, I'm going on that day, drop my crew off at we have a Lice Clinic, of course. Drop my crew off, and off we are to my next call. Well, this call was at the end of November, beginning of December one year, and it was from a children's aid society, like a children's aid worker, calling me, and she's saying, you know, this case is pretty bad. It's been a few years, and the conditions here might not be that pretty. I'm like, no problem. Challenge for me, woohoo. So off I go and knock on the door. Hi, it's Mrs. HARE, the Lice Lady, here to rescue you. And this girl answers the door, and she's so pale and sickly and thin, bare feet, t-shirt. Her pants are about to here. Her hair is like scrawny. And yes, they were right. Her conditions were disgusting. Terrible, terrible living conditions. But again, the Children's Aid Society is already involved, so they know about this. Well, this girl had had lice for 3 years. 3 years. So I ended up, let's call her Sarah. So Sarah, 12 years old. I walk into her place, and it's kind of hard to get past all the filth, and I have to go in the kitchen for some water in my water bottle, and that was just a task and a half. So we get started. And most of my calls are about an hour and a half long. It takes me about that long. I'm pretty professional by now. This girl, the first visit was 6 hours. And we were just getting started. And we shaved all the bottom underneath her hair. 3 years of buildup it can happen. It can happen. Well, so what I noticed about Sarah in those 6 hours on the first visit was that she didn't sparkle too much from the inside. She didn't really talk too much. Thank goodness I come with a warning on my sweater that says I talk a lot, so no problem if you're shy or introverted. Invite me over. So I'm always trying to find the inner sparkle, the inner joy, because head lice is easy, but finding sparkle in people, I love it. I love it. That's my gig. So Sarah, she's got artwork all over the walls. I'm like, so Sarah, you like to draw? You like to paint? Yeah. Okay. Well, the other things I learned about Sarah were that when I instructed her for things to do for the head lice was to put your stuff in the dryer. Well, she says, well, I don't have sheets on my bed, and I don't have a winter coat, and I've been wearing these clothes for the past few days, so I'll put them away later when I change. So Sarah doesn't have much clothes. She doesn't have clothes that fit. She tells me that she doesn't have friends at school. She's totally ostracized. The smell of her is terrible. Her hair is gross. But there has to be a sparkle. There has to be something that I can do. There has to be. This call is 25 minutes away from my house. My kids have an abundance of cute sheets for their beds. Who doesn't for their kids? Yeah, this girl didn't. This girl did not. Well, I got to go back a few days later. We did a few more hours, and I got to go back the next week so we could make sure that this was the end for Sarah with the lice. And then I got to go back one more time, and this was about a few days before Christmas. And I have to tell you, my job sometimes is absolutely amazing. I mentioned her to a few people, and on this last day, we got to deliver 17 bags of stuff to Sarah. She got all new clothes that fit and were stylish. She got new socks, underwear, bras, hair accessories, makeup, art supplies, and pretty jewelry. I wanted Sarah to sparkle. I wanted her shine to come through everywhere. I wanted her to have friends. So as much as maybe I wear a cape and I'm a superhero, she reminded me so much of my childhood. There was a time when I was young where my parents got in a big fight, and my mom walked right out the door, and she never walked back in. And I was devastated. Nobody came to help me and tell me everything was going to be okay. So when I see a child suffering, I can't help but tell them everything is going to be okay, and you matter. Everything about you matters, and you have a sparkle somewhere inside of you. You're meant to be here. You're incredible. You're extraordinary. When I was a child, I actually got diagnosed from a child psychologist, PhD, ZYXWVUTSRQP, NMLKJ, ICBA. I don't know what all those letters meant, but he was totally backwards in his diagnosis for me. He diagnosed me as being unlovable and probable suicide case. Backwards. I realized I was actually extraordinary myself for picking myself up and my little brother when I was 2. Those were when I developed my superhero powers. And I will, especially with children, but anybody, I will find sparkle in you and help you shine. So I ask you, what letter is on your cape? What kind of superhero are you? Nice, Lice Lady. Thank you.